Welcome, guys, to another edition of the Trading Titans podcast. So today we are going to be looking at fair value, the idea behind fair value, right? For the guys who obviously join me in my client room sessions or take any of my courses, they're very, very familiar with the concepts of fair value. Right now, I'm not the only one who talks about fair value, but in this business, a lot of things are kept secret for even reasons that I can't tell you, right? But in reality, the truth of the matter is that every trader out there should be talking about fair value. Now, the cool thing is that it's 2018, guys. Happy New Year. And I'm doing this podcast because I want to move away now for guys who've watched the past 12 episodes of Trading Titans video podcast. They would have seen me do a lot of trades. The reason I did that is I want to get out there immediately the idea of you can't do it, right? I don't really have much of an ego around these things, but I realize that I'm trying to talk to other people about something that is really, really important and trying to help them through their development. And they're always going to be bad elements. There are going to be people out there who don't want you to succeed, and that ranges from brokers to other kind of people. But they're going to be also people who have failed, and they're just really negative. And I just kind of wanted to get those people out of my hair once and for all. So as they look, they can comment, they can say whatever they want to say. But as they look at what I'm doing, they know that, hey, dude, I got there in the end, right? And that's the truth of the matter. So there's nothing you can do about it. I have a very illustrious career in the business, and I'm very, very happy with the place that I am. Whilst for other people, they're trying to get into this and they just don't need to deal with that negativity. So being able to put it out there once and for all that, hey, look, guys, 12 episodes, 12 trades, make what you want to make of it, right? I know every trick in this book, right? I'm a force to be reckoned with when it comes to brokers and people who make this market. So truth be told, I'm in a happy place, right? And I want everybody else to be in a happy place. And I want people who have resolved in their mind that they want to be in a happy place and they don't want to be negative. They can come here and they will find this is a safe place where they only get inspired and nothing more, nothing less. It's just inspiration. I'm a very positive person and I would love to spread that. And that's what I do. So for the negative guys, I just wanted to get them out of the way. So I don't want to spend, however, the next 12 episodes, the next further 12 episodes, talking about or just doing trades and saying, hey guys, look what I can do. It's not a dick wagging fest, right? It's just, me trying to get the message out there, right? So on to fair value. So I actually want to start teaching and I want to start talking to people about some of the ideas, at least on a peripheral level. And you guys are welcome to join me. You can look at our courses. You're looking at the Market Profile website. So you can look at some of the stuff that we do. And everything we do here is around market profiles. So have fun. And if you choose to come on board with us, we'll welcome you with open arms. Right. So today's quote: being attached to many things, we are weighed down and dragged along with them. Discourses. Right now, the truth of the matter is, I really like this quote because a lot of people come into trading and they are shown so many different things, and that weighs them down, and they end up failing. Not because they were going to be bad traders ultimately. It's just because they've been shown too many things. So I kind of want to slim it down, and that was the purpose of actually starting the marketprofile.org site. Is that Market Profile is the single most important tool in trading today, 21st century. Whether you're a hedge fund, you're an institution, in fact, 95% of institutions actually use it. So the truth of the matter is, it's the single most important tool today in trading, and yet 90% of the retail market have no idea what it is. Right? So the truth of the matter is that they get shown so many different things by so many different unscrupulous people that in the end of the day, they just fail because they're just being dragged down. So hopefully, as we go through the podcast, I'm going to be narrowing it down to the simplest ideas. And, like I said, you can make your life easier and join us, and we'll take you through the process. Or you can go on a big DIY hunt. We're absolutely fine with whatever you decide. Right, so with no more wasting of time, we'll plunge into it. And any questions, guys, feel free to email us or, leave a comment. I'm quite happy, whatever works. All right, so we're going to be talking now about fair value. Now, what is fair value? Now, if you imagine any market, there is a price that everyone thinks is relatively fair, and there's a price that everyone thinks is too expensive, and there's a price that, of course, is an absolute bargain. So those are generally the three sort of states that you find in any kind of marketplace, whether you're trading oranges or you're trading currency or you're trading stocks, commodities. It doesn't matter what type of asset you're dealing in. you're going to find that these 3 states is what your product is going to be at. Now, all forms of economics or trading involves price discovery. So, in other words, we got to discover the best price that is the price that's relevant for us, right? So we got to kind of work that out, and then we kind of have to discover that. So the whole process of trading is down to price discovery. So the truth of the matter is that as we go through, what we're looking for is the fairest value. And why are we looking for the fairest value is because price generally would always go to the fairest value. Now, so what is the fairest value? In statistics, another thing that we can look at as the fairest value is the most occurring price. Okay, so that's the mode price, right? So for those of you who can't remember your GCSE statistics, right, the mode price is the most occurring price, right? So that's the number in the distribution that occurs the most times. So in market profile, this is highlighted by, or sometimes referred to as the point of control, is highlighted obviously with some kind of color or some kind of line to indicate that's the fairest price. Now, for those of you who are not really familiar with market profile, be patient, right? But what you would find is that the fairest price will always be traded time and time again. And if it's not traded, we refer to it as the naked point of control or the naked price. So it's the naked fairest price. That's the price that hasn't been revisited. Right, so what we're looking to do as traders is to observe if this market is relatively efficient by consistently trading its fairest price. And if it is doing so, then we have a bit of an edge, because what we do know as traders is that we can continually trade the fairest price. Now, again, if we go a lot more in depth with this, right, so this is all going to be surface. So people who are watching, just to give you a bit of an idea of some of the ways that we work with market profile. So it will be a bit more in depth, right? So you're not going to be just talking about the fairest price. You're going to actually be discovering how to trade it. And one of the things that we focus on when we do our educational programs is that you understand this to a T. So you can decide to employ it as strategy, or you can decide not to, but it will hold as a pure concept for you that you can work on and develop an idea around. The whole idea about market profile is empowering, right? It's empowering you to be able to build your own self, so you don't have to be following me all the time. That's got to be boring, right? So the truth of the matter is you want to walk away and develop something of your own and become a trader in your own right, and you don't really want to just be hanging about me all the time, right? But for those of you who are new to this all, it's a long journey, I get it. Right, so what we're doing here, in effect, is we can combine a few other ideas, which I'm not going to talk about right now, but we can combine a few other ideas, and what we're trying to aim for all the time is to see if we're ever away from the fairest price, do we actually retrade it? So as an example, as this market moved away and value perception stretched higher and higher, we eventually pulled back into the fairest price, which was down here, which was 112.25. So we had about 2 weeks of upward movement. So as a trader, what you're looking for, in effect, is to understand that the market is inefficient as we pushed away and value perception stretched. However, the fairest price was still here and it was naked. So what you want to do is then prepare yourself for a trade for the fairest price, right? So you don't want to go long. Now, 10 chances to 1, when value starts stretching away like this, most traders want to go on the long side. But as a professional, you know that the fairest price is being neglected and the market will always return to the fairest price. So you can do a bit of a litmus test. And the good news about market profile is you can do that. How many times has the fairest price been traded in the past? And you can actually see that 10 chances to 1, no matter how far the market breaks away, the fairest price almost always gets revisited at some point in the future. So in effect, this keeps this market relatively efficient. So we don't have to worry, in effect, that actually this market is going to get overcooked and it's going to look like Bitcoin, right? That's not something we should expect. Now, if we looked at a chart of Bitcoin, for example, you would see that there's so many naked point of controls, and that's always a reason to think that an asset is going to collapse. So this is a very cool fundamental policy that all sort of professional traders actually consider before they get in the market, is how far are we from the fairest price. So hopefully this has been quite helpful. This is sort of a snippet. If you want to know more, then check out the Vault section of marketprofile.org that you're on right now watching this podcast. And if you're seeing it directly from YouTube, just connect to any of the links that will take you to marketprofile.org. And you can check out the vault and you'll see everything we got up there. We have the transformation program now listed. So for those guys who are interested, you can get in touch with us, send us an email. You can send an email directly to admin@tradersclub.london, which is the handling company, or you can contact us directly on marketprofile.org. Just send us a message through the contact us section. And you get all the detail you want with regards to how the program works and how you can get involved. If you want to pick up, if you're familiar with Market Profile, you've just been looking for the call, we've got the TPO chart there, so you can gladly pick it up from us, and it's relatively inexpensive, and you can start working with it yourself. Right, so whatever you want to do, just let us know, and we'll be glad to accommodate you. Remember, we have a client room running through the week. If you click on the free trial for 2 weeks on Orion Hunter, which is our signal service, all based around Market Profile, it's where we give all our trade ideas for the week. So you can sort of follow those, or you can join us in the client room. You've got a 2 week trial, so just pop in at any time. And I keep it light in there. It is a client room after all. Most people already have been through some kind of program with me. So it's more like a place where, we can watch the market through the day, trade through the day, and, everyone can get to sort of hang out with me if you like that kind of stuff. And if you don't, of course, and just want to kind of get this business over with, then check out the transformation program. All right, enough of that stuff. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, guys, just don't hesitate. Awesome stuff. Happy New Year. And I hope you guys have an amazing 2018. For those of you who decide to join us, fantastic. I'm sure we'll all have an awesome 2018 together. And for those of you still on the fence, I wish you every luck, and I hope that you realize the potential that you can achieve in this business. And if you want to talk to me personally, I've got an ego as small as a chicken egg, so just a lizard egg even. So just drop us an email and ask me to make contact, and I will gladly make the time to have a chat with you. But other than that, guys, have an awesome 2018, and I look forward to talking to you guys.